The call of the king. In the early morning hours of a warm spring day, there was bustling activity in the land of Digitalia. Merchants praised their goods, bards sang of the deeds of past heroes, and in the workshops the hammers of the smiths clattered. Yet in the midst of this busy commotion, one could sense a restlessness that wandered through the alleys like a quiet whisper. We talk, we post, we write, people were heard saying, but do we know if anyone is listening? At this time, in the western part of the kingdom, the young chronicler Metrika awoke. Metrika was known for her curiosity and her desire to explore the truth. She loved books, scrolls, and numbers. While other children played tag, she liked to count how many people entered the marketplace, how many days a visitor stayed, and how long a song remained in the village before it was forgotten. That morning she received an unexpected messenger. The messenger carried the royal crest with the letters KPI. He handed her a sealed parchment. "This is from King Primaris himself," he said reverently. Metrika thanked him and carefully opened the message. She read, "Metrika, our messages are getting lost in the fog of ignorance. We speak, post, write, and send, but we do not know if anyone hears us. Find the guardians of the metrics, learn their secrets, and bring me the 3 sacred KPIs." She frowned. Metrics? KPIs? She knew a little about them, but not enough to save a kingdom. Metrika set out for the castle to speak with King Primaris. The throne room was large and magnificent, its walls adorned with tapestries telling the history of the realm. King Primaris sat upon his throne, elegant and dignified. Beside him stood a silver chalice engraved with numbers and symbols, signs of the important role data played in the land. "Metrika," said the king in a firm voice, "I have called you because our kingdom is in danger. Our messages no longer reach the people as they once did. There are loud voices and quiet voices, but we do not know which are being heard. We must learn to measure our success. Our neighbors speak of metrics and KPIs, but we do not know them. Without measurement, marketing is like a ship without a compass. We send messengers out, but we do not know how many visitors respond to our messages. We hear of sessions, page views, engagement rates, and bounce rates. We hear of impressions, clicks, center, and backlinks. Of open rates and click-through rates. Of reach, engagement, applause rates, amplification rates, and virality rates. All these terms float around us, but we do not understand them." Metrika nodded intently. "I will set out on a journey to learn how we can measure our success. I want to know how many users we have, how many page views they make, how many sessions are truly engaged. I want to know how our engagement rate relates to our bounce rate. I want to know how many impressions we have in search, how many clicks, and what our center is. I want to know the average position of our pages and understand how many backlinks strengthen us. I want to know how many of our emails are opened, what our click-through rate is, what our bounce rate and our click-to-open rate are. I want to know how many unsubscribes there are. I want to know how many people see our social media posts, how large our reach is, how many likes and comments we have, how many shares and messages. I want to understand the applause rate, the engagement rate, the amplification rate, and the virality rate. And I want to know which KPIs truly matter and how to define a goal smart." The king smiled. "That is exactly what we need, Metrika," he said. "You are clever and eager for knowledge. Take this parchment with the symbols of the 3 sacred KPIs and find the guardians of the metrics. Return with the knowledge, so that our kingdom will not remain blind." Metrika bowed. "I will not disappoint you," she replied. "I will learn what metrics and KPIs mean and return with a plan, so that we will not only speak, but understand whether anyone hears us and responds." With that, Metrika packed her bag with wax tablets, chalk, and a compass, pulled her cloak over her shoulders, and set off on a journey that was destined to change her life.